Nice. We're bringing in Quinton to the back cam. Oh, dang, he's pretty tall.
5'11", I want to say.
Good morning, Mr. Randall. How are you? And you got a set of headphones right there for you so you can hear us nice and clear. Let me just take that head. Yeah, man, let the world see exactly who you are so that there's no confusion whenever they bump into you. They get that autograph, man. I hear you're the next big thing.
Man, I'm the next Quinton Randall. That's it, man. I don't want to be like nobody else but me.
Well, I said next big thing. That's only you.
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
So I believe I got introduced to you through my Houston correspondent Val, right? You guys have a tight relationship? Yeah. Cool. You allow him in the gym to see what you can do. He's been telling me about you for quite some time, man.
Yeah, I bring Val with me. Shit, if he want to rock with me, he can come wherever he want to go. He done been in my house. I took him to a couple of events. Like, Val, my guy.
That's official, man. We appreciate the access. And you have a pretty tight relationship with a lot of the Houston guys out there, right? Like the Shakurs and the James Princes, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm cool with a lot of people. I'm cool with a lot, and this is some of them I don't fuck with.
Well, I will not name names, so we don't get into that conversation. Unless you want to, man, you can say, you know.
Nah, I mean, it's cool. If it pops up, I'm gonna speak on it, but if it don't, I ain't
well,
gonna say
one thing I want to speak on is you were the first guy to take Clay Collins-O. Or you were the guy to take Clay Collins-O. It was a lot of buzz.
Damn, you took the undefeated prospect killer's O, so he ain't kill you. Okay.
Nah, Clay Collins was my toughest fight.
I'm sure. He's
to
a
this
little
day,
dog.
that was your third professional fight to this day.
That was my toughest
Did you
fight.
know who he was?
Nah.
Exactly, because I wouldn't have took.
that was
your manager must ain't know. At the third fight, that was crazy.
And that was before the pandemic. Let's remind everybody, Clay got his notoriety during the pandemic, the bubble and whatnot. So, no, I mean, 8-0.
Actually, for me, I got put on Clay before that. Remember, he was on that one PBC card with that kid. I think it was like Fajardo. They was pumping up that Al Santum in high school. And my man was a little pit bull, and Clay slept him.
Yeah, I think that was actually after my fight with Clay.
Oh yeah,
that was after my fight.
Yeah, because it says here on BoxRec that Clay fought you at 1-0 with one draw. So that was you got him early.
Yeah, I would beat him late anyway. But Clay, my guy, Clay a good tough guy. It was just that when I seen him, we knew he was an MMA fighter. We knew it wasn't too much boxing film on him, so we knew he had the advantage as far as the boxing skills go. But we knew he was gonna be tough. We weighed in. I was actually bigger than him than the weigh-in. I seen this nigga the next day. I said, oh, shit. This motherfucker blew about 25, 30 pounds. I said, okay. So, but yeah, it was a good fight. I won every round. Then I put him down in the fourth. So, but shit, he never stopped coming.
So who's your manager?
I don't have a manager.
Oh.
My coach works. Peter Kahn was my manager.
Peter, oh man, what happened? He
Peter,
doing good right now.
Yeah, he doing good with everybody else but me. Peter, my guy, ain't got nothing bad to say about Peter.
Truth be told, Van Heerden is also his guy. And look, it was a minute. You know, he before the Ennis fight, he had been inactive. After the Ennis fight, pretty long inactivity, and now he just got this Conor Ben fight. So it isn't easy always. You know, I will say it was. If anything, it wasn't just you, but. Seems like now he's got more television opportunities for his guys, you know, with Dazn and with Top Rank.
I was with him when he signed a deal with Triller, when he became the consecutive.
You were on that Jake Paul, Ben Askren undercard right in Atlanta.
And so it was just a whole bunch of some boys. Peter Kahn, like I ain't got nothing bad to say about Pete, but 2 fights in 2 years, one damn sure.
No, of course.
So with that being said, I just had to go a different direction. I was like, man, you having a hard time moving me at 8-0. I'll come back and holler at you when I'm 16-0. And so we can probably do more business then. You can probably move me more efficiently then, give me bigger fights then. But as of right now, yeah, I can't afford to wait on you and nobody else.
And since then, it seems like you had one fight. Now, what happened with this last fight? Obviously, it's a technical draw. There was a headbutt. Can you just give us some details? Obviously, we don't have any tape.
Man, he didn't want to fucking fight, man. That punk. First of all, I knew where I was at. I'm in Mexico. I'm in his hometown. First round was
his
easy.
last name Alvarez.
Yeah, first round was easy. I ain't had no problems. I hurt him with a body shot in the end of the first round. I said, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. So he switched southpaw in the second round and trying some roughhouse tactics, and he caused the headbutt. And then, so when they pulled him to the side, he didn't show no interest of keep going. Like, I've been cut 5 times. 4 of them was in the amateurs. And every time I've ever been cut, I'm telling the doc, nah, I'm good. I've had bad cuts. Now I'm good. I still want to fight. And every fight that I've ever been cut in, I've always won. He didn't show no interest in wanting to fight. He was just looking like a sad dog. I was like, come on, man. And so they called the fight off. So when his fans started booing him, then he made it seem like he wanted to fight again. So it was too late by then.
That sucks because I'm sure there was a lot of cost in going out to Mexico.
Yeah, I don't pay for none of that. I came there for one thing and one thing only. That was kick ass and come on back home.
So you have something scheduled here for the Lone Star Convention Expo?
That's next Saturday.
Yeah, that's April 30th. Same day Shakur didn't want to fight, so I'm trying to whoop my opponent ass quick so I can get out the ring and go watch Shakur, Troy, and Keyshawn fight.
So now that's for the same vacant WBC silver welterweight title that was on the line for your last fight. So obviously still, I guess, a bit hopeful there, right? Because winning these regional titles, I feel like often gets overlooked, but that's how you move up in these rankings.
For sure.
You know, that's how you move up in these rankings. So that's good that that's still on the line for yourself. But I mean, a week and a half out, you know, talk to us. You know, how you feeling going into this fight, and you know, where's your mindset at?
Well, my mindset is always on seek and destroy. I feel good. I mean, I've been in camp for the longest. My camp never stopped after the last fight got canceled because I knew I was going to be back in action real soon. So I came out here. I've been out here for like the last week and a half getting work. I'm always trying to go wherever the best work at. Houston has good work as well, but it was so many styles I was just used to seeing. So I decided to come out here and just get different looks. But
So what kind of looks have you been getting?
You're in the top rank gym with them, right?
yeah, I haven't had no problems with nobody. Out of all the guys I sparred, some was more experienced than others, but I haven't had no problems.
Who'd you spar?
I sparred some dude named Quintavious Cash.
Oh!
Some kid from Hawaii.
Wait. You talking about the 54-pounder?
Yeah.
Quintavious. Yeah. From Atlanta. Okay. That's Mike Leonardi's fighter.
Yeah, I sparred him. I've been sparring.
How was he? He's pretty educated with his left hand.
Yeah, he was good work. Oh, he was having fun in there. We was doing some little light trash talking, but we was having real good fun.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Some trash talking too.
It was all good work though. I sparred him. I was giving Nico Walsh a couple rounds just to.
Oh, Nico out here. Yo, hit up Evan, man.
All right.
I wanted to test the water.
How was that? Ali's what is that? Grandson?
Like I said, I didn't have a problem with nobody. I sparred some amateur kid from Hawaii. He probably was the best one I sparred.
Hawaii?
Yeah, some amateur kid and some dude from France.
Mumi?
Dark kid from France. He came out here with this
weight
heavyweight
class?
kid.
Oh, he with Yoka. He with Tony Yoka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. I saw him get some work.
Name?
They call him Frenchie. That's all I don't know his
Frenchie.
name. Yeah.
I don't, but
I hope he a dog.
So I got some work with him.
I got it.
No, you didn't.
I haven't had no like I said, I haven't had no problems with nobody since I've been out here. It's been good work.
So what weight class do you want to campaign at? Because it seems like your box rank's all over the place. Are you slowly getting down the more?
No, my
serious...
last 3 fights have all been at 147.
Well, I mean, but they all say a different weight.
Nah, they shouldn't have. The Triller fight, the top rank fight when I fought on the Loma card, when I fought John Carlos Rivera, that was 147. I didn't fight again until I fought on Triller. That was 147. And then my last fight for the WBC, that was at 147 as well.
Yeah, I mean, the last one that with Ivan Alvarez, they got you at 45. The one before that at 49. The one before that at 47. Before that, 46.
yeah, welterweight. Welterweight.
Yeah, in and around, but not 47. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. When you're not fighting for the title, you don't have to make the weight. I'm just saying it does also show that he's going down. So that's why I wasn't sure, because the last weight is 45. And if you look, the first weight is in the 53s, you know? 50, 53, 53, 49, 55, 46, 47. So it starts showing like he's going down. So I wasn't sure.
Nah, I damn sure didn't try to weigh in at 45. I just happened to cut so much weight. I don't ever have a problem cutting weight. Weight falls off me easy. But I ain't never been down to 140. I stopped at 147.
I mean, you a big welterweight. At 140 would be even bigger. But just after what you came out your last fight, unintentional headbutt, what would you say was your biggest takeaway there? Because obviously, I feel like your last fight's always your biggest fight. So
don't Don't let a motherfucker get that close to you. I got long arms. I can keep somebody at range, but then I do like to fight on the inside too, because my inside skills are underrated. But yeah, don't let a motherfucker touch you. Don't let them get that close to you and try that rep shit within the first 4 rounds, because it can all end with just a headbutt. And so you back at stage 1. Nobody wins nothing. Nobody accomplishes shit.
I gotta ask, right, with certain fighters, we always say, oh, that fighter takes off the first 2-3 rounds. We call them fill-out rounds. But then you get situations like yours. So after 4, it's official, right? That's what you said, don't get touched in the first 4 rounds. But what if you are one of those fighters who does take a few fill-out rounds, and then next thing you know, 5th round you get a headbutt, and now you gotta go to the official scorecards. What do you thought process on that? Because obviously, if it's a fight like that, then you're at risk of losing really quick because of those fill out rounds. Or what do you recommend for fighters like that?
Man,
that do take those fill out rounds?
Fill out rounds are important. You just can't go out there banging. Some people do, and that's what happened to Tio when he came out there. He didn't respect George Kambosos. He didn't do a fill out round. He tried to do a knockout round, and you see what happened to him and threw the whole momentum of the fight off. I'm a fill out type of guy. It takes me 2 minutes to see what I need to see in that very first round. It may take the full round, but I'm always win the round. I'm gonna secure the round anyway. Even though I'm filling you out, I'm gonna keep my jab in your face. I'm gonna secure the round, even though I'm still filling you out. So there's a way you can still fill your opponent out and still win the round. You don't have to just be defensive minded the whole time, just moving. You can still control the tempo and pace with the jab alone, and see what you need to see. See what the feints open up for you, and then round 2, you execute.
Yeah, I never understood the thought process behind filling out a person and losing the round. I prefer to put them rounds in the bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill you out, but I'm still gonna win that round.
Exactly.
I'm still gonna win the round.
So we had put out a post for our people to ask you a couple questions. In San Antonio, James Valdez asks, if the fight with Virgil Ortiz versus Boots happened in 2023, who wins and how? Do you know Virgil at all, being from Texas? I know you're from Houston. He's from San Antonio, but...
Nah, I never met Virgil. I never met Virgil. I seen him.
From Dallas.
Yeah, he's from Dallas.
Oh.
I met Boots a couple times in the amateurs. But if they did fight, I had Boots by stoppage.
So when you met Boots, you mean in the ring, or you mean at a tournament?
No, at a tournament. No, I seen him fight at a tournament, and him and Shakur fought in Philly at the Olympic qualifier. And Boots
not each other though.
No. Boots had won outstanding fight of the war. Shakur won his weight class. Boots won his weight class, and that was my first time ever seeing him fight. And I was like, damn, this little nigga cold. And so there's only been 3 amateurs that I've watched that had me stuck. Like, damn, these little niggas is nice. It was Shakur, Boots, and Keyshawn. And I've seen a lot of cold ones like Duke Reagan, Troy Isley, Tiger Johnson. Like, those are my little brothers. But them first 3 I named, yeah, they had me like, ooh, we.
Well, I haven't been able to see Boots get any sparring in, but I've seen Shakur and Keyshawn get plenty of sparring. And kind of what you say, they stood out to you, and they have always stood out to me. What do you think it is about guys like Shakur, guys like Boots, that really separates themselves? I mean, obviously, like you said, since the amateurs, they made a lasting impression. So what do you think, and it's shown now in the pros, what do you think separates them from everybody else?
Some people, it's the way they think, the way they are, the way they train. I mean, they train hard just like anybody else. They train as hard as if a guy that don't have any skills and he know his only way of beating you is to outwork you. They train like that and then some. But the way they think in the ring, the shit that they see in their head, they actually can put it out there. You got some guys that can, okay, I want to throw this type of combination, but they feel like they're too out of range or too inside, so they won't throw it in to fuck up their whole thing. With them, they're going to find space. They're going to make range. They're going to do whatever necessary to get the shot they are. They're real precise. They stand out like it's shit.
So for you to say the way they think, right? Every name you mention is like young guys. So for them to be young, they're still getting that experience in the ring. Do you think that ring IQ comes through from sparring? You think it's just them sparring other top guys that they're able to obtain that ring IQ, that knowledge? Because when you talk about the Keyshawns and the Shakurs, we always for years been seeing them posting pictures sparring with Terrence and, you know, the Devin Haney's and other, you know, top guys. So do you think that is obtained via sparring?
No, most definitely, because sparring is tougher than fights sometimes. Especially when they was posting pictures of them sparring, they were still amateurs a lot. So them 3 rounds of amateur fights you gonna get is not gonna compare to you going 9-10 rounds with somebody like Spence-Crawford,
of course,
and you and Devin Haney going toe to toe. Or it's just different. The sparring is gonna be tougher because then when you get in them deep rounds that you're not used to being in the amateurs, you got to fight. You got to think more. You gonna have to, because you're gonna be in situations like this later in life. So what you gonna do now?
So not because of what he's done in the ring, but because of what you've seen in the ring. A fighter like Keyshawn Davis, you know, with so little fights, but we hear all these top guys mentioning him. He's the next one. He's the next one. Is it too soon from what you've seen, right? Not because of what he's done in the ring, but from what you've seen, is it too soon to say he is one of those talents along with the Shakurs and the Devin Haney's and the Gervonta Davis, right? Because they're talking about that lightweight division, all this young talent between 30 and 40. Do you think it's too soon, or do you think it's right to mention him along those names from what you've seen of him in the ring?
I don't believe it's too soon. He's gonna get the test that he's been craving, and he's gonna take it. And he's gonna perform flawlessly. But at the same time, they didn't do that. They did the same thing with Shakur. Look at he at now.
Absolutely.
He came out the gate because he was a silver medalist in the Olympics, and they was talked about him highly until he won his first world title. I think he had 9 or 10 fights. So Keyshawn not too far behind him. And so, but Keyshawn is has a more exciting style. Shakur is real defensive minded. He gonna pick you apart. Keyshawn mean.
You don't think Shakur kind of stepped it up a notch?
No, that Jamel Herring fight, yeah, most definitely. That Jamel Herring fight, that fight went exactly as I predicted. And shout out to Jamel, because Jamel the dog. But I watched them spar for years as well, spar each other. So I kind of had an idea on where that fight was gonna go.
Now the three of you, yourself obviously fighting April 30th, and then Keyshawn and Shakur, who we've been speaking about. Ideally for you, right? This is a fight that 2 months after your last outing. What does a perfect 2022 look like as far as activity for yourself?
Give me 6 to 8 fights. Let me get 6 to 8 fights in. This would have been my third one. The fight in Detroit got canceled when we got out there. The Mexico fight ended in a technical head, but this would have been my third. So I'd have been 3 to the good right now. That'd have been perfect for me. So if I can get 6 in and 40 years out, of course, keep.
How are you able to get all these fights without a manager?
I have somebody who I signed a 1-year deal with, promotion wise. It's called Next Fighter Promotion, and so they are locally out of Houston, and so he has a lot of connections with a lot of different people, and a lot of people owe him favors, so he gets the spots for me. So with that being said, I'm trying to 6 fights, man. I take a good 6, put me one step in the right direction. Hopefully land a spot on one of these PBC cards, top rank cards. I'm really looking to fight one of their prospects, somebody who they think they got stock in, and I'm gonna flush them.
Like who?
In the 54?
Nah, 47. I don't fight 54.
Damn, that's right, 47. Ooh, Cody Crowley?
I like Cody Crowley. I just seen him fight. That last performance he just had against Jesse Vargas, that wasn't it. I've seen him fight better than his last fight when he fought that undefeated guy when they thought he was gonna lose.
Yeah, Quadratullo.
Yeah, so
the last guy he fought was actually not Jesse Vargas.
Sotecito Lopez. Yeah, I'm tripping. But that performance wasn't it. But I like Cody Crowley. I want Paul Crow.
What? So you seen him before?
I was in the amateurs with Paul Crow for years. We was in the amateurs together.
So y'all fought?
No, we never fought. We was always in the same weight class.
Why Paul Crow out of all people? Because it's not like he's buzzing. It's not like he got a TV deal, but he's dangerous.
He's dangerous,
what you think he's like?
If he's anybody that's higher than me in the rankings, I want to fight you.
Oh, so it's nothing personal.
It's nothing personal, no. Because if I beat you, I take your ranking, I move one step up, close up the ladder.
But you see something though.
Yeah, I see a lot.
In that last fight, right?
Well, that's my boy. He fought Marquise Taylor, and I bet it. I went to Bravada. I bet all my damn money, and they gave him. I knew they was gonna do some.
They robbed him though. Yeah. We saw that fight.
But Showbox known for doing shit like that. They did the Ugas. They did it to man. I've seen Showbox ruin people's lives.
They did it to Kenneth Sims versus Montana Love.
Yeah, so I done seen Showbox do people dirty for a long time. For Matisse, Mattis dude that was from Cleveland. Toledo, Ohio, Montana Love partner when he fought that Russian dude the first time when he got dropped, got his ass cooked. They gave the other dude the fight. I was like, man, so I've seen Showbox do that time after time after again. I don't never want to fight on Showbox. Not next generation. Put me on Showtime. But if I was fighting on Showbox, nah, never. I'd never get them satisfactory if it weren't me.
Yeah, man.
I got a couple more here. But before I get to these questions, because these people asking you about other people, I know you have sparred both of the guys in this year's super fight. So who you picking?
Nobody. Man, look, let me say it like this.
Who you betting on then? You already said you were better. Don't give me that bullshit.
Yeah, I'm a better. I'm a big time better.
So who you big time betting on?
Man, look.
T-Bud or Earl Spence?
If I do bet, I'm a bet. Okay, I'm from Houston. Earl from Dallas. It's a Texas thing. I got a number of respect for both of them. But I know Crawford more personally than I know Earl.
So he betting on Crawford, y'all.
I ain't say a goddamn
yes,
thing.
You did.
I ain't say nothing.
Yes,
what I'm saying is
that's the Shakur click anyway.
It's gonna be a
all
great
leaning
fight.
Crawford.
It's gonna be a great fight. I think, man, it's a toss up. I'm leaning one way by 5%, 55-45, but it's gonna be a great ass fight.
So he definitely going Crawford. So
say
so
nothing.
Crawford.
I don't know, man, because he got me. He said it's a Texas thing. So now I'm kind of trying to read his body language.
No, you ain't listen though. He said it's a Texas thing, so it's all respect. But I'm more familiar with Crawford. So he been in the ring more with Crawford. He see what Crawford could do more. I mean, come on,
yeah,
you
but I
gotta
didn't
read
hung
between
out
the
with
lines.
Earl. I done been to the clubs with Earl. He didn't invite me out personally, so I'm not putting a name out there. What I do know is I got number of respect for both of them, and I'm a supporter of both of them.
And
when
you
they
betting
fight,
on Crawford?
Hell no, I ain't betting on either one of them. When they fight, I'm letting them.
You know you gonna make somebody didn't listen to me. I sparred both of them. I'm betting. They ain't gotta know I bet. I'm making that money. You know exactly what you know. And you ain't gotta tell us. I'm not forcing you to tell us.
I don't think it's gonna be crazy odds as far as it's gonna be so fucking
It's already
close.
crazy odds. What you mean?
I mean, it's gonna be so close.
And let me no, it's already crazy odds, especially for you as a Crawford fan and that's who you gonna bet on. Earl is the favorite right now, so that means you make plus money on Crawford right now. You wait. You wait till the fight actually get announced, and you might not make no money because all the Crawford fans will put money, and then it'll bring the line down. That's usually how it works. But when's the last time you sparred Earl?
But I ain't sparred Earl in years. I was trying to give him some work.
How many years?
Since 2018, 2019.
Ooh.
I was trying to give him some
So he could be a
sparring.
completely different man for all you know.
Yeah, I was trying, and I'm a different fighter too. So I was really trying to see where I was at right now. But I was trying to give him work for this camp. I called him up like 10 times. Like he told me we could get some work beforehand. But when the camp started, I think Derek James just wanted to keep the sparring partners that he had because they always use the same sparring partners. They don't ever really bring nobody in from the outside. And I just think they wanted to keep it like that. Earl gave me the okay, but I couldn't get through. So I hit Derek James up. He was like, man, maybe next time. But he wanted me to spar, he said, probably with Frank Martin. And Frank Martin's my guy. I think he's a real underrated guy. Underrated, yeah. So when he start creeping up on you and start sneaking up on and putting people to sleep, like, cause he's looking fucking flawless. And so I don't think he lost a round yet in the pros. But and Frank was on the USA team with me. So a lot of people sleep on Frank. Frank been at it for a long time. He's been at it for a long time.
Do you think a lot of people sleep on, or maybe not sleep, but do you think Derek James doesn't get the credit, that he deserves, right? We've seen improvements in Jermell Charlo.
Man, Derek James is a hell of a coach. He a hell of a coach. I feel like this, from all he's done, he got 2 champions, and both got 3 belts apiece. They're both one fight away from being undisputed. All he needs is really one to punch a ticket. And if both of them do or both of them don't, he's still a hell of a coach to get them this far.
Absolutely.
Improve that knockout, because Jermell Charlo wasn't getting no knockouts when he was with Ronnie Shields. He wasn't getting no knockouts. He was more of a boxer. He was boxing. He was moving. Jamal was known for the punches, the power, the thud. He was a smooth boxer when he was with Ronnie. He left Ronnie, got with Derek James. Derek James had him sitting on his punches more, and he been getting knockout after knockout after knockout. Now his power's scary. Now he's the big dog in the division because can't nobody stand in front of him. But before that,
but
it
you
was
don't
never
think
like
he's
that.
losing something though? Like this is a guy.
He's losing.
This is a guy that outboxed Rosado fucking 10 years ago. Damn.
Yeah, and Martirosyan. So he's lost the ability to move fluidly in the ring, to box on his toes, to be light. Because before then, that's all he was ever doing.
I feel like he's fighting angry too. Like everything is like.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm gonna kill you now versus jab jab. straight right hand and put him down.
Yeah, that's how he be. It be I be like, shit. He fights with a lot of aggression, but it served him well up to this point. It served him well, but
I mean, you gonna tell me that Harrison's second fight was clean?
Oh no,
it was happening again.
I thought he was getting his ass whooped,
and that's what I'm saying because he on this. So Harrison just didn't hold up.
Yeah,
like somebody else that stay on their toes and more defensive minded.
Harrison is probably the all around best skillful fighter in that division. But him and Lubin has the weakest chins.
Or Tank. I think Harrison issue is the fucking Tank, not the chin.
No, I don't think that because we've seen him get hurt early. We've seen him get hurt mid-range in fights, and we've seen him get hurt late. So it's not that. Charlo put him down late. Jared Hurd stopped him in like the 9th round. Then he got stopped late against Charlo. So
yeah, which is all. That's why I don't think the Tank. None of them is early. That's why I think it's Tank because they all towards the end after he's outboxing you. He likes to say mentally he gets fatigued. Like, it's too easy, so he gets lackadaisical.
No, hell no. It wasn't no lackadaisical when he fought Jared Hurd. Jared Hurd didn't give him time to be lackadaisical. Jared Hurd was on his ass from round 1. And so when the body shots start to take a toll on him, that was no lackadaisical. That was him breaking him down simultaneously. Now, when he fought Jamel that second time, he was beating him up. But Jamel has a solid chin because he was in Jamel with some shit. But then he switched up the whole game plan. He didn't box like he did in that first fight. He walked him.
Which is crazy. I don't know how long you've been following Harrison, but remember when he was with Emmanuel Stewart, bro, he was considered a puncher.
Yeah, I've been following
Big
Tony
puncher.
Harrison for a minute. I watched his first loss. I was so surprised because he got knocked out in the last round, I think.
You talking about to Nelson?
Yeah.
I was at that fight in Connecticut.
Second to last.
Yeah,
second to last.
That's what I'm telling you. All his stoppages come late, so it just. I mean, I'm not a boxer. You can see things that I can't see, so maybe you're right, and I'm gonna consider it. But it just feels like they all late, so it's like, damn, he gassing out.
No, that was my theory about him as well, because he starts off great. He gonna pile them rounds in the bag. Mm-hmm. And when he gets to that round 8, it hits a switch. Everything goes down the drain.
I wonder if that wouldn't because Emmanuel used to preach go for the kill, and when he was with Emmanuel, yes, the opposition wasn't the level of opposition he's facing now, but he was going for the kill. Mm-hmm. And there's always that moment that Emmanuel had with Vlad in the corner, like, he's like, go on, you gotta knock this motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if Harrison needs that. Because he's so boxer first and looking cute, maybe he needs an Emmanuel like, yo, bro, stop playing with your food.
Look, I don't know, but I know for a fact I was extremely impressed in his last fight against Sergio Garcia. Mm-hmm. I mean,
but it was all boxing.
Yeah, it was all boxing.
That's what I'm saying. He might need somebody to turn on that killer again.
Nah, if you turn on that killer, that's going to put him in harm's way because you're going to be more aggressive.
Bro, but he obviously, something is up because he'll be boxing great for 9 rounds, then it's like, something happens.
Yeah, but if you look, his only
in them 9 rounds, he got to land a solid one to get him out of there.
His only losses have been by TKO. So maybe he doesn't do that, and maybe he just boxes at this level because if he does get caught, you get what I'm saying. Like if your 3 losses are all by knockout, maybe you need to be a bit more cautious late in the fight to.
Yeah, I would build them rounds up early, dominate like I do early, but when I get past that 7-8 round, I'm boxing the rest of the way. I'm using that jab. I'm using my feet. I'm just going to change the whole tempo of the fight up.
He's a great pivoter.
Yeah, because...
Have you ever sparred him?
Nah, I tried to get to one of his camps. But he turned me down because... he turned me down, I believe, because at the time I was cool with Jamel Charlo. Mm. And...
at the time?
Yeah, at the time.
We're going to double back to that.
And then I think they was getting ready to... they weren't finna fight each other, but they was finna fight each other soon. And so he probably felt like, nah, I was going to be doing some spine type shit, so... It didn't pay. But we gonna definitely get in the ring. Whenever I see him, I'm telling him we gotta get some work in.
So what was that? You was trying to get him ready for the Ishe fight, or?
I think it was the Ishe fight. It was one fight. I can't remember exactly which fight it was, but I got a guy that's from Detroit. His name is we call him Doc. And he asked me that I want to come get some work with Tony Harris. I was like, hell yeah. I want to work with anybody who's elite. But then Tony Harrison just down. He didn't want to fuck with it. I guess he didn't want to work with me because I was from Texas and I was cool with Jamel. So I didn't take nothing personal, but I understood. But I'd love to get some work with him.
I got Young Tigre that says Sean Porter versus Margarito in their prime. Who wins and how?
No plaster.
Sean Porter versus
Antonio Margarito.
I'm going with Sean Porter. Fuck about. I ain't never thought much of Antonio Margarito at all. I think Sean Porter outdog him. It won't be like a Sugar Shane Mosley type fight, but because Sean don't hit hard like that. But I do think Sean would have been able to outdog him.
Yo, Mosley. That was Mosley's, I can't say best.
Nah, because Mosley at 130, 135 was a monster.
But that was an amazing performance. I just remember, like, was it a right hand and he just kept, and my man's like falling slowly off the rope. It was crazy. And then obviously Nassim found the plaster of Paris right before. That was a crazy night. I got Coach Myers in Connecticut who says, who's the toughest fighter you've been in the ring with, amateur, pro, or just in sparring, and why?
Keyshawn. Keyshawn. I've been in the ring with a lot of people. I've been in the ring with Earl, Crawford, Regis, Jamel Charlo, Darwin Price, Marquis. I've been in the ring with a lot of motherfuckers. Ain't nobody
that's my man.
Ain't nobody ever whooped my ass like Keyshawn did. And we both was in great shape at the time. We was in Colorado Springs. And I had been sparring Keyshawn for a minute, but I watched him progress. I've seen him when he first stepped in the gym. We was on the USA team. I've seen him get better and better and better. After each sparring session, after each fight, after each tournament, he was winning silver or gold. And one day, he crossed that bridge over there with me. So we was in the ring and he was on my ass. I was like, ooh, he was on my ass in the first round. We had 5 more to go.
How long ago was that?
That was 2018, 2019. We sparred again since. I think we sparred last year when he came to Jay Prince gym. But yeah, that was then.
Different result, I'm assuming.
Yeah, different result this time around. Yeah. But that time, shit, he threw my ass up.
New York Bullet says, what's up, champ? Is there a dream fight with any legend you personally would have liked to seen yourself against? So you versus a ledge.
Gotta be Floyd, right?
Why? Why you leading the witness, man?
Nah. I would love to fight Floyd. I would love to fight Pacquiao Bernard.
Bernard, that's interesting. People usually don't want to fight B-Hop. He a little slippery, sleek.
Yeah.
He definitely sneaky, boy.
I watched Bernard, Roy, and Floyd as a kid growing up. That's all who I ever really watched. I watched a little bit of Zab as well, but it was always Floyd, Bernard, and Roy. Those were the only 3 I used to always watch.
Bro, that Bernard Chad Dawson won Atlantic City had me super tight. And when he faked like he was hurt, oh, that shit had me tight.
Chad Dawson didn't turn out to be what everybody thought he was going to be, but he was
I don't know about that, man.
He was a good fighter.
Big Bad Chad was killing shit. He was forced to go down to fight War because HBO wasn't invested in him the way they was invested in War. War was the golden boy. He was the one with the gold medal. So they sold out Chad. Chad was up there. Come on, man. He beat Roy first.
Made him go down from 75 to 68.
Chad beat everybody.
Yeah, Chad beat Roy.
Didn't he beat Roy? Hell yeah, he beat Roy.
He beat no Roy.
I'm looking it up, man. He beat Roy.
I don't remember Chad Dawson beat no Roy Jones.
Yeah. And then he beat Tarver too.
He beat Tarver.
Right, and Glenn Johnson.
And Glenn Johnson. But I don't think
and I think Adamick too in his prime. I think he gave Adamick the first win.
He fucked up and lost to John Pascal. That's
he beat Tarver twice.
Yeah, he never fought Roy.
And never fought Roy. And then
Roy fuck.
B-Hop fucking your situation, no contest in the second round.
Yeah, that was the Atlantic City fight. Then he rematched him.
No. That was a late fight, and then the rematch was Atlantic City. Yeah, but then obviously went down. Shit, for the first time. Well, it wasn't the first time, but he had been at 75 for a while and then went down for the Ward fight. So
he lost to John Pascal. That's probably why.
Did he lose to Pascal?
Yeah, that was his first L.
Ward.
No,
yeah, you right. Yeah, technical
Pascal.
decision.
Yeah, he lost to John Pascal. That was his first L.
But wasn't it a cut in that fight?
It was probably caused by a punch, but they went to the scorecards.
They went to the scorecards and he lost. So it doesn't say a cut.
Pascal, he was all right back then, man.
No, he wasn't. Pascal was just, he had some doggish way, but he was wild.
Yeah.
He was wild.
Yeah, he'll catch you with one of them loopy shots, and he was a little more, he had more youth back then, so he wouldn't get gas as quick.
I give him credit. He's the first man that put Bernard down the way he did.
Yeah.
The first,
Bernard did push-ups in the ring after beating him. That shit was hilarious. Yo, B-Hop got a lot of epic moments. I don't know if you know, neither of you guys, it just was announced yesterday. Shout out to Pro Boxing, your boy Gary Jonas. Tell Pat.
Oh,
Ching, ching.
That guy.
With the Roy Jones, Antonio Tarver, Paulo Maldonado.
Nah, but outside of that, Pascal's fighting Fei Long over there in Florida.
Oh yeah, I seen that flyer. Yeah.
Fei Long ain't no joke. Pascal trying to get over that positive drug test by taking on a tough challenger, because that dude, not only is that dude a tough fighter, but he's somebody's mandatory already.
Now
For
with the Pascal situation, think about the Marcus Brown.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get tested for that fight. Now, say for instance, he was on PEDs for that fight.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get tested, so he once slipped through the crack. If he got tested and he had got popped, the fight probably would have never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say what Marcus Brown's career would be right now?
No, I mean, look, we was just talking about Derrick James earlier, and he was like, he got 2 unified champs.
He'd had 3 if he'd have won.
Had Marcus Brown won, he would have had 3, you know?
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't think any version of Marcus Brown could have beat him.
Yeah.
I don't think no version of him could have.
I'm glad you said it.
But what I am saying is, if he would have never lost that fight to John Pascal, his career would have just still been on high rise. He could have fought other fighters at.
Didn't he fight Badu Jack?
Yeah, he won.
He
beat him.
won every round.
That was the bloody fucking.
Yeah, but that was the badass head. But like Marcus Brown Marcus Brown is what Timothy Bradley was in the beginning of his career. He is known for using that head. I mean, how many people? You see the cut?
I'm not
Better
Marcus,
be probably never gonna be the same because of that cut.
I'm not a Marcus Brown fan like that, but I'm speaking on the PED substance like say because you know some fighters will take PEDs and beat somebody and ruin your whole career. So who's to say what Marcus Brown's career would have been at if he would have never lost that fight to John Pascal?
No, I mean, we talk about PDs in big fights because obviously that was a big fight between John Pascal and Marcus Brown. Oscar Valdez, he beats Burchell. Next fight or after the fight, pops hot,
And they ain't even strip him. That's crazy. 'Cause
and
there's
then
plenty of dudes
he
they
pops
strip.
hot and allow him to defend his belt.
Nah, he got placed on probation. That was the craziest thing I ever seen. It's like, yo, how do you place one champ on probation but strip another champ if he tests positive? It's just, but we know it's politics, man. Moving on to this next question. Looks like we got Brandon Lenz in Houston. If you were able to pick and choose your next 3 opponents like a certain popular fighter is able to do, name the next 3 guys you would get in the ring. First of all, who you think he talking about when he say like a certain popular fighter can do?
He could only be talking about Canelo. The only person who got power like that is Canelo.
What do you think about that though?
I mean, Floyd could
Floyd
do it.
did his shit. I feel like once you've been in the game so long, and Canelo ain't never disappointed me as far as who he's fought, the way he's done.
So you don't believe he ducking?
Ducking who? I feel like he's not in a rush to fight Benavidez. I do feel like I don't think he's ducking on Charlo, not at all. I don't think he's ducking.
He never ducked Charlo, in your opinion?
No, because I feel
Neither Charlo?
No, because it's proven fact that he tried to Canelo them offered him the fight, he turned it down. And I got this word from his brother himself. And so
From Jamel.
from Jamel out his mouth, because when they beef, they like Cain and Abel. So all the dark secrets come out. So, but to ask a guy a question, I would fight Paul Crow. I would fight Cody Crowley. And that kid that just won from on the PBC card, the one that just won the WBA.
Stanonius.
Yeah, Stanonius. I like him.
What?
I like him.
Bruh.
I like him.
Damn, that sounded so close to the soundbite, that bruh. Yo, that's a tough-ass fight. You see
like
what he
it.
did with Yo.
But the dude sat in front of him the whole damn time.
Nah, but that dude, he's an animal, though.
Yeah, but
you don't think Batiev
yeah.
is an animal?
Yeah, I agree.
He
but he's
and I don't mean animal like great skills. I mean like literally a fucking animal with all the shit you got to deal with when you fight him. He's a little cheetah in there.
Yeah, he did.
Elbows,
He was
forearms,
dirty, yeah.
headbutts, anything he could get
But
away with.
It wasn't a hard fight for Stanley on because the dude was that up, man. He jabbed the shit out this
Yeah, he
dude
did.
the whole time.
Bro,
So-
his jab was fast.
Yeah,
man.
it was
he
fast.
looked good with that
But
jab.
when you can land a jab like that, if your opponent's always leaning forward, leaning right there for you on the line. He didn't move his head that one time. I watched the fight. I'm like, okay, how many times he gonna take a jab before he moves his
Before
head?
dude didn't move his head, he had nothing wrong with his face.
Yeah, so,
the other dude, Stanionis looked like he
yeah.
went through a fucking war and he won the fight.
Yeah, so, but I like him. But I've seen him get hurt with body shots before. And he was trying to protect them ribs, but he's in great shape because the punches kept coming. So I feel like when you fight somebody that got lateral movement that can box and move, they get them type guys problems. And I ain't never gave a fuck about nobody power. I mean, I've been in the ring with some heavy hitters. So that don't bother me at all. I like his work rate. Yeah, I know for a damn. I'm not saying it's gonna be a walk in the park. I know it's gonna be a challenge, but yeah, I'm ready for that shit. So them would be my 3 right there.
I think the Paul Crow fight is a fight that's very possible for you. You know,
Paul don't want to fight 47 no more. He went up to 54.
Oh.
That last fight he just fought with Marquise Taylor, that was at a catchweight of 52. And he was already tight. He got, like I said, he got his ass with that whole fight. And so in the fight before that, when he fought Santa Maria on PBC, he lost that fight in my opinion. But they gave it to him anyway. So
I don't know that he lost that one.
I thought he
and
lost
Santa
that one.
Maria is my boy.
I thought he lost that one. Santa
Really?
Maria upset the card when he beat Abraham or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like him.
But
too.
he also got the upset over Michael Fox. I
Yeah.
thought that was enough. Michael Fox was my guy with a nice little boxing skill.
It did Michael Fox dirty his last fight.
With Maestre.
Yeah, it did that dude dirty. I was pissed off about that one. I was trying to get the fight with the dude after him. Because I fought dude in the amateurs. I feel like it was a better possibility.
Bruh, and that dude got a fight already. Michael Fox still shelved.
He got a fight and he got a draw after that fight.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I was trying to get a fight with him because I fought him in the amateurs. So it's been, you know, when you fought somebody in amateur only on the international level, it's a better opportunity for you to get that fight again in the pros. And I beat him in the amateurs. I put him on his ass in the third. So, but it never came to fruition.
I got a question here from Steve all the way in the UK. He says, hey, champ, thanks for coming on the show. I don't know how to word this without sounding like a dick, so I'm just going to ask it. You're 31 according to BoxRec. How has it taken this long for you to get 9 fights? What's your story? Good luck with the future, Steve, in the UK.
Man, I didn't turn pro until 2019. The first year I had 6 fights in my first year. Then COVID.
But why the late start? What happened?
I went to prison. when I
there's
was
the
18.
story.
Yeah, I was in prison when I was 18. I was a street kid my whole life. Like I was in and out of juvenile, in and out of jail until I went to prison. When I was 18, I didn't get out till I was 20. And from the day I got out, I went to the gym and shit. I never stopped training.
What made you go to the gym though of all places?
No, I've always loved boxing. When I was a kid, I've always kept a pair of boxing gloves with me whether I was in
So you
school.
had amateur fights before you got locked up?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, no.
So this is B-Hop. No, actually B-Hop was training in prison.
He was training in prison. He had fights in prison. So me,
was it someone that inspired you? James Kirkland maybe? Because he was on parole and it was very...
fuck no.
Nah?
Hell no. James Kirkland, hell no. I think James Kirkland was
Really?
a way better fighter before he went to prison than when he was when he got out.
No, you're right. You're right. But I thought maybe the story would inspire because he went to jail
For a gun charge, I remember. He got 3
after
years.
being a real declarated amateur and a hot up-and-coming prospect. Then went to jail for the gun charge, got placed on parole. HBO, I mean, fucking Oscar... Bruh, I've been in some shit. I wish Oscar De La Hoya at that time showed up to my court hearing and like vouched for me verbally on record. Like that was big, man. I don't know. I thought maybe that was a little.
Oscar showed up to the court.
Bro, back in the day, Oscar was a good promoter. I don't know if you know, even Omar Figueroa, who's also from Texas, he showed up to his high school. Imagine a 17-year-old kid, Oscar comes through the fucking door in your lunch break and brings a contract. Them kids going crazy. You feeling like a superstar. Like, he was a good promoter at one time. He forgot. You know, he need to wake up.
Hey, I went to prison when I was 18. I've always loved boxing since I was a kid, since I was 12 years old. That's when I fell in love with it. And so I kept boxing gloves with me everywhere I went. It was always in my backpack. I used to walk on them around the neighborhood. And if I seen a kid my size around my age, hey, you want to get in the gloves? Right on the spot.
Give me
And
some sparring.
And we'd get in the gloves. And so I watched fight and try to imitate Floyd and Bernard the best way I could as a kid. And so my mama took me to the gym. She took me to George Foreman gym when I was 13. But she felt like it was making me worse because all I did was fight as a kid. So she took me out of it. So, and I had one of them type mamas where she said goes. There ain't no debating. So I got back in when I was 16, but by 16, I was already a monster. I was too heavily into the streets. I was too invested in crime life. So I go to the gym, then I stop. Go to the gym and stop. Never got an amateur fight off the ground, but I kept my gloves with me. So in the back of the school, in the high school, we were getting the gloves. We just, a whole bunch of us get together, we just getting gloves, we have fun. So when I went to prison when I was 18, I got put in close custody for a fight. I caused bodily injury to him, so they put me in 23-1, maximum security unit. So, but they never let you out for that 1 hour a day. It was really 24 hours a fucking day for 18 months straight. So I used to roll my mattress up the best way I could, and I tie it with my sheet and rig it on my bunk. I rig it on my bunk, so that's pretty much my heavy bag. And so I ordered a description of the Ring magazine. So at the back of the magazine, Bernard give you tips on what to do, on how to throw a jab, how to throw a left hook. So that was my...
In prison?
Yeah.
So you reading Ring magazine in prison?
Yeah, that was my training at the time. That was.
But wait, because for those that don't know, you can't just get Ring magazine. Someone has to order the subscription and have it mailed to you, but they can't receive it. It has to be mailed directly from the Ring magazine themselves, right?
Ring
like
magazine
your peoples
themselves.
can't mail it in.
Yeah, Ring magazine got.
So
it sent to you.
who? Because that's some work, you know. Who did that for you?
Who the fuck ordered?
Oh, if you don't remember, it's all
at
good.
first I was getting them from just other guys on the on the runway, because it was so many people that you would talk to, but you would never see their face because they wasn't letting us out for that 1 hour a day.
Mm-hmm.
So we call it fishing. Like some people seeing you magazines, seeing you food through the lines and stuff, they just call fishing. We fishing all day, and so I'm talking to a dude in the door. I don't know who he is. He from Houston. We never met each other personally. We never seen each other face. And I would tell him I like boxing, so he's like, I get the Ring magazine. So he started sending me. Every month after he read it, he'd send it to me. He like, man, you can have them. I just get them just so I can look at something to read. I like, all right, bet. So he was giving them to me. And Bernard I'll show you how to throw a jab in the back of the magazine. I worked on that jab for a whole month until the next subscription came. Until he told me how to work on the next punch, the left hook, all the right hand. But it still, I did it the best of my knowledge to how I thought it would work. But it was still a little different once you actually got to the gym. We had a coach telling you what to do and how to do it.
Have you had an opportunity to meet Bernard and tell him?
Hell no. It's the only person I've been trying to meet. Man, I've been trying to meet him for a minute.
Damn. Yeah,
And
he's
so-
pretty cool too, man. I'm sure when you meet him and you get a few minutes to tell him that story.
I thought I was going to meet him by fighting Blair Cobbs. I wanted to be the first to put Blair to sleep. Dude beat me to it. So,
Yeah, Rocha.
yeah, Roger beat me to it. And I bet he was going to stop Blair Cobbs too. I want some money on that fight. And I ain't never seen Roger fight in my life. I know he's lost,
So you just thought Blair would win based off his personality, or you knew him from gym wise and
No, I
stuff?
thought Blair was going to lose. I thought Roger
Yeah,
was
that's what
gonna
I
fight.
meant. I'm sorry.
No, because Blair was some shit. And I couldn't believe Bernard was hyping him up, promoting him like he was finna be the next Boots, Oscar. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, for you to be just such a seasoned fighter, like for you to do everything damn near right and know the tricks and in and out, this man ain't.
But how did you know Blair wasn't good?
Because I seen Blair fight a couple times. I was just like, man, I don't know how to fuck. But Blair does have some good wins over some. When he beat Ferdinand Karobian was a good amateur. Yeah, he beat me in the amateurs. And Ferdinand was a good, but Blair had that wild power edge. So he'll be losing a fight, and then he'll throw one of them wild ass shots and clip you. And he hit Rocha with one of them hard shots. Rocha ate it and took it well and walked him down.
I don't know, man. I've been in the gym with him. He's even though he lost, I think he's all right, man.
Man, bless some shit, man.
I like the way he moved, man. I guess he might shadow box better than he fight, man.
Did you watch the last fight? Them punches he was throwing, man. That you not gonna see no.
Not
easy fighter.
everybody could deal with that Mexican style,
But
man.
when you see him fight like that normally, that's how he normally fights. That he's some shit, and so that's why nobody was surprised when he lost. Nobody was surprised when it's all that trash talking he was doing.
But that's what it was. I think it was more that people wanted. It's like the Adrian Broner thing. He talked so much trash.
But Broner
They
knew how
wanted
to
to see
fight.
him lose. I know, but both of them talk so much trash. People want to see you lose.
But you talk trash prematurely. Broner talked trash when he already won. He was a 4-time champion, 40 from weight class. Broner talked shit, but Broner earned a little bit of the right to talk some of that shit. This nigga Black Claws ain't done nothing. Nothing. Then to try to say you want to fight Boots next and Earl you the next, you can stop Keith Thurman. Nigga, get the fuck out the game. So, especially when you done been put down 3 times in your fight and your opponent just ain't been able to finish you. Like, nah, hell nah. You talking prematurely, your skills not even up like that, not even like that at all. You can't even throw a proper 1-2. So, nah, hell nah. I never thought nothing. I was just like, I knew it was a matter of time. I was just the one thinking I was going to be able to get him before anybody else did. And part of me wanted Blair to win, to beat Roach, even though I knew he won. I'm like, man, I need you to win. I want to be the one that beat the brakes off your ass on TV. Right in front of Bernard and go tell Bernard, like, why the fuck, man, nigga, I look up to you and you got this trash ass nigga over here, but hey, everybody's path is different. I'm not hating on him, man. I just never fuck with that cocky shit. I'm like, damn, bro, you ain't put in no work. You ain't put in no work to be talking like this. Motherfuckers who did put in work don't even talk like that.
I mean, even though he's been beat by Rashidi Ellis, you wouldn't be interested in a Rocha fight?
Me? Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Fucking right. Hell yeah, I would love to fight Rocha.
I mean, obviously you want to be the one to take Cobb's O, but
Yeah,
I mean,
Cobb's off the table now. He lost, and they offered me a fight with him. I beat him, especially if it's boosting me up the rankings. But I would love to fight Rocha. I would fucking love to fight Rocha.
All right, I got one more from Alejandro Vega in Florida. He says, good morning, future champ. I read an article that described your matchup either with Keyshawn Hutchinson as a real rivalry as the fight started to build up, but the fight fell through. What happened with the whole situation?
He pulled out the fight. He got into it with his manager, which is Marshall Kaufman. So him and Marshall had gotten into it because Marshall was lowballing him. Marshall was saying he was supposed to get this amount for the fight, but it was supposed to have been an extra $5,000-$6,000 that Marshall wasn't telling him about. So he stopped fucking with Marshall. And but I'm not giving him that excuse to get out the fight. I don't play with nigga playing about my money because we put our lives on the line when we doing this shit. So you think you finna play me, you got another thing coming. So, but I don't fuck with that nigga at all. When I see him, whether it's in a ring or it's on site, whenever I see him, it's on site.
See, that's what I was talking about, man. People didn't understand. We was talking about the whole Jamal Charlo being on Mike Tyson's podcast, and he said, when I see David Benavidez, it's on site. So I was in Dallas at the Earl fight last weekend, and they had their little exchange, but I'm like, I don't want fighters
to fight outside the ring.
I don't, but I'm from Chicago. When somebody say it's on site, bro, it don't matter where we at. We could be in. I feel like the only pass and guys these days don't even respect that. Yo, you in the house of the Lord, you get a pass. You with your kids, you get a pass. But other than that,
you don't get no pass. You with your kids. I don't give a damn about that. If I see it's on, I'm gonna embarrass you in front of your kids. I'm gonna get you. If I say it's on site, it's on site. With him, it's on site. I don't give a damn where we at. If we ain't fighting each other, I don't care if we at weigh-in.
But why, champ?
Man,
why not? Why not? I mean, if you want it, why not get paid for it?
I won't get. He got a 6-5 record.
Oh,
he ain't gonna get me nowhere. I thought his record was actually better than what it was. Like I thought he was but I looked him out. I was like, oh, this nigga 6-5.
So where that energy come from? Like there had to been an issue.
Yeah, Marshall had posted that he had signed him, right? So me being not doing my research, when Marshall posted him on his Instagram, said we signed Cash Hutchinson. He's a fights at 147. I was like, okay. So I put the food emoji, like the plate, on the comment, like this nigga food. He's like 147, he food. So he commented like, oh, you hating on me because I got signed.
You talk greasy, man.
You hating on me because I got signed by Marshall. And I was like, nah, bro, I ain't hating on you at all. Like, if we fight. I'm not hating on you. So he started talking some crazy shit to me. So I was like, okay. So my son passed away in a car accident.
Oh,
and,
my condolences.
So he was like, I'm going to piss on your son's grave and all type of shit. He was
what?
Saying some wild shit. So I said, okay. So I tried to get the fight for him for the Triller card. So I was trying to drop my opponent, the William Jackson. I was like, man, fuck William Jackson. Let me fight him. But Peter Cummins was like, man, they won't prove that fight, but he don't have a great record. So I was like, okay. So I told him, man, whenever I see you, bro, it's on site. Like, when I see you, like, and he didn't stop. Like, he didn't just say that. He kept going. So I let the shit go. He was in my inbox talking crazy. He had his friends messaging me saying the same shit. I said, okay. When I catch you boys on site, I don't give a fuck where we at. I'm going to fuck up the bag trying to hurt you.
That's wild. I don't blame you, champ.
Well, those are all the questions. Check if there's any super chats that might have came in.
Yes,
for him.
Yes, for him, Alex Corona. When you brought up George Foreman's gym that your mother took you to, he said, "Is that George Foreman's gym still off of Lone Oak?" I used to train there in '97.
Yeah, it's still there. It ain't went nowhere. It's still there.
That's crazy. How many years later? 24 years later? 25 years later? Well, that is. I don't have any more super chats unless you got cash apps, champ.
Let me double check. I think we got everything.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
But we're going to take a quick intermission and go take this picture with Quinton Randall. We want to thank you, obviously, for coming in early. Can you give out your social media in case anyone is out there that doesn't follow you can do so? And once again, just thank you for coming into the station a little early and rocking out with us and allowing us to continue to be the Breakfast Club of Boxing, man.
No problem. My Instagram is quickdraw_P4P. Again, that's quickdraw_P4P. That's the same for my Twitter.
Awesome. Quinton Randall next Saturday, April 30th. Go check him out on Instagram to keep up with his upcoming fight and to see what else more he has in store in the near future. So thank you, champ.
video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.